Johnny Murray here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. I almost said Metal Gear Solid Delta Remake. No, it's Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. Delta, Snake Eater, you get the point. We're going to be talking about this game because this is actually the first time I'm going to be talking about it in a separate video on the channel. And that's because I've been waiting for more information to come out. It's because I've been waiting to just get a video where we can really sink into this game. Because I am very, very excited for this game. I'm a fan of Metal Gear because I think it's a cool franchise. I don't really know much about it. Like, I've only played 2 of them. I've played Phantom Pain and I think the 4th one on the PS3. Don't even know the name of it. But nonetheless, I am very excited for Snake Eater, and I'm just excited to really sink into this franchise, and hopefully this is the start of what's to come for not only Metal Gear, but Konami as a whole. We're going to talk about that later on in the video as well, what this game means. But previews and impressions and details have officially come in and rolled out, and we've gotten a lot of new information that we're going to go ahead and talk about. But if you guys love video games, doesn't matter what you love, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, third party, indie, whatever, consider subscribing, share with your friends. I appreciate any support you guys give me, especially support on this channel or on this video right here. We do daily video games content every single day. But let's get talking about Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. And from what we've heard, the previews and impressions after playing recently are overwhelmingly positive. They seem to be absolutely glowing about this game. Now, we have seen games where previews and impressions have been super high, and then whenever the game comes out, it is not the case. But this is different because this is a remake. This isn't a new IP, and there is already a lot of benchmarks and expectations set for this game. And basically the consensus is that this is a remake done right. This is exactly what we wanted it to be. Now we're going to get into exactly why that is, but from what I've read and seen, I understand why, and it just gets me absolutely more excited. So let's get talking about Delta Snake Eater. They say it is remade to make sure people can keep enjoying the Metal Gear Solid series. So again, I do believe we're going to, I think if I was Konami, I would be treating Metal Gear as their Resident Evil, whereas we get new games, personally. I don't know if we ever will get new Metal Gear games. That'll be crazy the day we do. But they also have a lot of remakes happening. I wouldn't be shocked if we get Metal Gear Solid 2 remake eventually. Or they even teased 4 in a thing. Whatever. Metal Gear Solid 1 remake. I wouldn't be surprised if we get more Metal Gears in the future, especially if this one does well, which I wouldn't be surprised if it did. But yeah, story and game world is the same as the original, so that is good to hear for a remake. You know, you want them to branch out, you want them to get creative with it, you want them to do some different things, make it new and exciting, but you don't want to lose what the game is. And the world, story, and setting are big things of what make a game a game. So the fact that it is the same as the OG is very exciting, and with all the other things that they're doing change-wise, leaving that alone seems absolutely right. It is rebuilt with cutting-edge graphics and 3D sound. Yeah, so the game looks gorgeous so far. I will say it's not like your Resident Evil visuals or like your Dead Space visuals, but they do look really, really good. I would compare it to like Phantom Pain visuals, just a little bit more updated, and I don't think that's a bad thing whatsoever. Delta subtitle means not different, but more. So this is what's really interesting. They're saying the Delta subtitle means that this isn't a different game. This isn't a change. This isn't like them just redoing it. This is them adding to it. This is almost like the director's cut in a way, just all these years later and completely rebuilt back up. And I actually really like that. I think that is such an interesting way to look at a game like this, or a remake. No, this isn't a remake. This isn't a retelling. This is us making this game to its absolute highest potential. And I actually really, really love that. I wish more games kind of did that. Like, what if, I don't know, like Resident Evil 4 alpha. You know what I mean? Like, this is the definitive way to play a remake. This is the definitive way to play this experience. I really, really like that. It is being made in Unreal Engine 5. And see, that kind of goes back to what I'm saying. This doesn't feel like an Unreal Engine 5 game, or at least it doesn't look like an Unreal Engine 5 game at first glance. It still looks beautiful. But maybe this is actually also a good thing, the fact that it's not the most visually demanding game, because we have seen a lot of Unreal Engine 5 games struggle with performance. And so if it's not, you know, pushing the absolute max that Unreal Engine 5 has to offer, maybe it won't run into that issue as prominently. And that could actually lead to a very, very good thing. A lot of effort is put into the jungle environments. So we've obviously seen a lot of that in the trailers, which that is pretty much the main setting of Snake Eater from what I understand. So that's good to hear. And then more realism in the wounds and mud that you can get covered in. Yeah, so we've kind of seen this where he gets really dirty, crawling through mud, or when he gets really beat up or really injured, you can really see a lot of his wounds and injuries, and that's just going to add to the immersion, it's going to add to the excitement. I'm all for it. Sounds great to me. Injuries to his actual body will leave their mark permanently. So, I don't even know, like, how to... sounds like I've never experienced anything like this in a game where you can get permanent scars or whatnot from things that happen in the game. I don't know if this is like if you just take so much health at one point then you just have it for the rest of the game, or if they're like scripted moments. I don't know what that means, but that sounds crazy and I'm all for it. The game uses original voice performances. You'll love to see it. Original voice actors did not come back to record some pickup lines. Original voice actors did come back to record some pickup lines. Love it. That is just such a W. Such a W. You can choose OG compressed sound or an updated 7.1 channel audio. So this is really cool because we're going to get into more information, but it really does seem like there's going to be two ways to play this. Classic mode and modern mode. And the reason I say this is because of the next piece of details that we're going to go into. There are two game styles. The new style, third-person over-the-shoulder camera, or the legacy style, overhead camera like the OG. The legacy style applies a filter to the screen to look like the original. And there are modern or classic control styles. So you can pretty much turn the whole game into basically the OG, just completely updated with graphics and visuals. Or you can do it completely modern. It almost sounds like you have to, like, there's a huge incentive to play this game twice. Once in all OG and once in all modern, because you're changing the audio and the audio completely. You're changing the way the game plays entirely. It really does seem like it's kind of going to be a completely different game depending on the way you go. Just the same story and the same levels and areas. Awesome. Sounds absolutely awesome. And I could definitely see why they're saying this is a remake done right, because like they're doing all the right moves here. They're making all the right decisions, and you can't really ask for much more than that. They decided on Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake first, as it is the origin of Big Boss. So I don't really know who Big Boss is. I think it's like a Snake thing. Like I think it's Snake. Snake gets like identified as like Big Boss throughout some era or whatnot. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't really know much about Metal Gear, like I said. But it makes sense if they, and the fact that they said that they started with Metal Gear Solid 3 kind of just tells you they have more remakes kind of planned, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised if they do 2. I think 2 is the most likely candidate for what they do next. But I could also see some of their other like side games. I don't know if it would even be considered a side game, but like Peace Walker, I've heard a lot of. That's like a PSP thing. Wouldn't be surprised if they remade that, kind of like Crisis Core. It'd be really awesome. It is coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC. You'll love the multi-platform release. You absolutely love the multi-platform release, and the release date is still to be continued. So this game really just seemed like it's going to be the whole package, you know. There is so much content, so much replayability with all the different styles, OG and modern. It's multi-platform. It's being Unreal Engine 5. It seems like they're staying true to the original in terms of story and setting and stuff like that. It is being put a lot of effort into, according to what they're saying here. And reviews seem to be glowing. The gameplay seems fun. The different things you're going to be able to do seems really, really fun. This is a game I've never experienced, so it's going to be my first time experiencing it. It sounds like, from what I've heard, this sounds like it might be the definitive way to experience this game and this journey. And I absolutely love that, because this is probably going to be outside of, obviously, the big one here, Konami. Silent Hill 2 is going to be their first big release in a long time. And you get Silent Hill 2 Remake. If that does well, boom, Silent Hill's back. Then you get Metal Gear Solid Remake. If this does well, boom, Metal Gear is back. They're doing a Castlevania collection. If that is commercially pretty decent, who knows? They might fully bring Castlevania back with a remake or a new game. Boom, Castlevania's back. And if this happens, Konami's 3 pillar franchises, Castlevania, Silent Hill, and Metal Gear, are all back. Which, in hindsight, pretty much means Konami is back. I'm hoping for the absolute best for all 3 of those franchises. I'm hoping the best for Metal Gear Solid 3. It's easily the one I'm most looking forward to. I'm so excited. Let me know in the comments, how excited are you guys for Metal Gear to make its return with Delta Snake Eater? I'm over the moon. I think it looks fantastic. Can't wait to hear more on the game. Can't wait to get a release date, because also they did confirm that we are going to be getting a release date later this year. I'm going to predict either Tokyo Game Show, a PlayStation State of Play, or it's going to be a Game Awards announcement. It could also be an Xbox partner thing that they kind of showed Metal Gear at the last one that they did, Xbox partner showcase or whatnot, partner preview, and Metal Gear was there. Maybe they could do another one that, and Delta will be there. I doubt it. That sounds like more of a bigger announcement for a release date, State of Play, Tokyo Game Show, or Game Awards. That's what I'm betting on. Personally, if I had to guess one, I'm going to say State of Play. It just makes most sense. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Johnny Moore out. Peace.